Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun. Good morning, everybody. It is the 18th. Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. Oh, my gosh. I feel terrible. Just warning you right now. I'm probably going to be a little bit off today. Oh, my gosh. Well, anyways. Let's go to the markets. Hold on a second. All right. So, E-mini looking a little panicked today. Apple releasing guidance that they're not going to miss a lot of the estimates out there due to constrained iPhone supply and reduced demand in China. So, the virus is absolutely affecting Apple. And Apple is such a huge component of the S&P 500. It's just got the whole index in tailspin. That said, we're only just above where we were on Friday, or just below where we were on Friday. A little bit of a gap you can see here up in the upper left. Over in the 10-year, and we're back up to the high from the 9th, but coming a little short. Maybe you can fade this. I don't know. By the way, good morning, Sebastian. How are you doing? Let's come over here. Let's see here. We do have Empire State Manufacturing Index here at the bottom of the hour. Fed speaker at noon. Overall, news is pretty light this week. So, yeah. I don't know. The thing is, normally I would not be taking many trades today just because of the environment. That said, it is after a holiday, so there probably is going to be a little bit of, pent-up demand ready to go from the weekend. Good morning, Uzi. How are you? Also, wait, did I thought I started my text-to-speech thing, and I didn't. Anyways, this week it's pretty light on news, so I don't know if I'm going to be taking as many trades. And on top of that, I'm not feeling too great at the moment. My guts are just killing me. My guts are just killing me here because I still haven't received my Lealta. And then, baby woke up like in the middle of the night. He's been doing pretty good, but last night he woke up and he was super loud. He was very upset. So, yeah, between all that, not feeling awesome. But we'll see how we do. We'll trade it, Sim. We'll see how we do, all right? Just turn this over to here. I think I'm looking at the 10-year. Definitely shut up for an area that could move up. Hmm. 131, 10.5. I actually think that we could be buying, except for that 10.5 is the point of control, and we're already more than 3 ticks away from where our risk point would be. So I don't think that a trade there would really make sense for me. just I can feel all of the food in my digestive system moving down, and it just hurts all everywhere past the stomach. It's just actually not. It's just my colon, but man, it hurts. By the way, how's the camera look? It looks. I found out how to use a LUT on in OBS, so we're able to correct the colors a little bit, and I think that it looks amazing. Don't you think so? I'm very happy with it. So yeah, there's that. Camera's still a little too far over, but move this, move this. Now I think maybe we're in a good spot. Okay, they did take 10.5. I find it interesting that I'm not seeing big numbers up at like 130, 112 half, because there's definitely some big resistance spots up there. Okay, so right away I'm noticing I created myself an indicator, and we did some things with it and fixed some stuff and figured some things out, and the indicator works. But there's something about it that I don't like, so I'm gonna fix it. That would be a productive thing to do. Okay, so it was bar POC. Bar POC. I don't think that it would make sense to run this every single time. I think I should just add the max high price logic up in here. Let's see here. Oh. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. Hold the boat. What was that? Twitter never remembers my login anymore. What's with that? That was weird. That was kind of weird. Like that looked like that was the Empire State Manufacturing Index was really good, but it hit before the news, before the time. Is my clock off? Curious, my friends. Look at that big old offer sitting at 10 now. It was like 30 seconds before. So that's weird. Okay, well. Anyways. Coming back in here. These should be gone. Get rid of these. Add volume. Price. Total volume. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's see, turn debug mode off. So that everything runs a little bit more efficiently. Okay. Okay. Yep, that worked. Okay. So now I only have to add my logic here in one spot. And I can say, I don't want to access it twice. Out of value. If see right there, I'm reading it out of the thing, and then that. Oh no, wait. Val dot total volume. Add volume. Think we're okay because I think that val is going to be a pointer to the thing that we want. So I think that we can say if val dot total volume is greater than high value, then high value equals val equals price, and high price equals, or whoops. See how off I'm today already? Like, holy crap, guys. Oh, and I don't even have the text to speech going. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh. That's so weird. I like how when you're off, just how quickly it could be off. Basic, hey, welcome back. It's like 3 days in a row now, isn't it? Okay. High value equals val dot total volume. Then high value equals volume price. Price equals price. And, oh yes, and value. Value of 0 equals price. Okay, so with all of that, we shouldn't need this line right here. Huh. I can't set value from here? Yes, I can. Oh, I can't add it. I can't set it from here. That's right. Because this is a separate class. My profile dot high price. Do it that way. You big or miss big. I wasn't watching ZN. Well, they don't seem impressed. Nope, can't imagine we sit in this range all day. Unlikely to be a range day when gaps are involved. This is bonds, not equities. Gaps can hold longer. That is true. Mm. Okay. So, oh, did I build that? Man, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in every day, trading with me, even when I'm not my best. Okay. It built. Gonna refresh on this chart. That did not work. Hmm. Hmm. Change how it's calculated, perhaps. On each tick. You think equities are going up? That's crazy talk. We'll do it here. Oh no, let's not do it here. Because we want to make sure that it works. That the change that we just made works. Calculate on bar close, bar POC. I don't know. They're talking about which way it's going to go. Are the bonds going to hit the highs or not? The trend is definitely down. think it would be really hard for them to close this gap, per se, in the E-mini. Yeah, so I don't think that a short in the treasuries really makes sense. But on the other hand, I do kind of feel like that markets are just a little overreacting. But like, if they're overreacting and it's a pullback, then like that's actually not really overreacting. That's perfect, isn't it? So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Okay, I think that worked, but now I'm not sure if it's correct. So I'm going to put on my now I'm gonna duplicate it in a new window, bring it over here for us. I wonder why it made it so long like that. I guess because my other one was doing that. They're hitting into 9.5. I don't know. That's super interesting. Okay, and we will add on here order flow volume profile, and we will use resolution tick. Okay. Oh, is it? Yeah, it should still do bar ones. Okay. Okay. Now it should do the volume profile for us. That's not what I expected. Dur. Profile period bars. Okay. Better. Well, they're 09.5 offer. Relatively large bid at 09. Hmm. 09.5 goes bid. Still kind of duking it out there. My stomach is settling down. Still calculating. I have like too many days on this particular chart. If I didn't get it right this time, I will change the data series down to be only like 2 days. Okay. And now maybe they're going to attack 10. Yeah, Ninja is pretty stuck at the moment. Rich says he's long equities. That's interesting. Hmm. This is taking longer than it should. That chart might just be busted. Let's give it another minute. Like 6:48 will kill Ninja Trader. You will die, Ninja Trader. That 09 is a lot more finicky than I thought. Oh, it looks like they did hit into 09 there. Interesting. And when they took it down, they were quite aggressive with it. Okay, well. Oh, wait. Just when I was about to give up. Just when I was about to give up, except for that my indicator's not matching up with what this says.
Ace Trade says morning.
Hey, Ace, how are you? You're early. You're here to try and convince me to take a trade because I've been like, I don't know if I'm going to take any trades today. Oh, look at that 09. Ooh. Okay. So 09 was like looking all big and scary, and they just took it like it was nothing just there. Okay, so
Ace Trade says good. How was your weekend?
it was not bad. I guess I didn't really think of it as a weekend because, I had like that whole week off. See, like this one, it's saying to me that way more volume occurred at 163.10 than it has down here, but my indicator is moving it down. So I think that there might be a problem with my logic. But let's double check my order flow volume profile, tick resolution, bars, standard. That all seems correct. Just turn that flat value area off so that's a little bit more clear. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Okay, they're hitting down. So 163.03 now? That's kind of funny. I came in and I said, well, I think the equities might be overreacting a little bit, and maybe there's some gap filling, but given where we're at and everything, I don't know if a short here really makes sense, and a long doesn't make sense because I'm not catching good risk. And then what happened? The bottom just fell out. So I talked myself out of doing anything, and if I had kind of gone with my gut instinct, even though
Ace
I
Trade
knew that
says
it was
looking for a
bad trade.
short. Possibly 3,368.75.
Really? Okay. I see why you might be going short though. They just briefly taken it like they're kind of fighting over whether they're gonna go negative on the hour or not. Okay, I think that their volume point of controls are correct. I'm wondering if I just change this really quickly to, oops.
Ace Trades says, but you know how these early trades go.
Yeah, it's probably too early. No, but I think you're on the right track. If I put it on minute resolution, what do you get? Even more different. Okay, so let's look at our logic here and see where we're screwing up. Don't need any of those. Should just be volume and price. I'm just doing this because I'm still unsure about how I was doing that, if that's like actually correct. So I'm just going to use a total there so that I'm not accessing it. Value equals total. Price equals price. Right? If the total is greater than the high value equals total, high price equals price. And the same down here if it's a new one. And then if this volume that we get out of here, new row data.
Masiak says I wait for buy on S.
Think you want to buy, huh? I mean, I don't know if Ace took that, but
Ace Trades says move stop to break even.
yeah, it looks like he did. So he got his 2 points. I was saying, I thought, that's funny. I don't think I'm going to take any trades because I don't feel very good. But, man, that was a good trade. It was a really good trade.
Ace Trades says only one so far.
Was it only 1 point? Oh, yeah, it was 68.75. Yeah. Well, they've gone negative. I think you're going to get the 2. Okay. Let's try that. Hmm. See, why does mine show down there and not there? Hushishin daily new infection cases outside of Hubei fell below 100 for the first time, according to data released Tuesday. We are on our way to the victory. People are in a better mood, and cities are recovering the vitality. I myself am also very happy, he said, is. My gosh, that's you know what we need to do with that one. You know what we need to do with that one, guys. Oh, it's too much.
Speculator says we are on the way to the victory. People are in a better mood and cities are recovering the vitality. I myself is also very happy.
Yeah, I amused myself. Okay, why is it wrong? It wasn't wrong before. Let's uncomment this line. That should do it from what it was before. That's still wrong. What am I doing wrong? Must not be adding the volume right. Rise long. Still wrong. See, like it's saying that 11 and it's saying 12. And based on this profile at 6:30, there was way more data at 12, and I think that was probably correct. They take 8. Are they going to hit 07 half? The 10-year. Look at how far the 30-year went. I think you buy 04. This is just a kind of an off plan. Sitting here looking at the situation, I think that you buy 04. Because that is weird. Sold way more. Did I? See, it puts it up there. That don't make sense. Boom. Okay. Guess not. The 10 year is going to have to come down a little bit more though to be it for everything to be in line. Kind of starting to turn into a crazy move. I'm so frustrated right now. I wonder. I wonder. Add volume. Add volume. Is this the case? Mm. It is a case. Wait. Well, how does that? How does that happen? It is a case. Look, it printed it out. It printed the WTF. So what is this case? Print. Print. E dot price, comma, E dot or plus E dot ask plus E dot bid. It's also giving me a on error on bar update on bar 4 sequence contains no elements. We need to figure out what that's about. Man, it's still going. So 05 half. We need to reset all this stuff because that was levels from a few days ago. Okay. Wow, we could go all the way to 03 half. Talk about an opportunity. Interestingly enough, though, even though the treasuries have been like really fell down there.
Uzi Knesset says, damn, I want a short CB, but it's WAAY outside my risk parameters.
Oh yeah, right. This is like kind of crazy. Oh, you know what? We had this like this and like that. Like this and like that and like. Okay. I can probably maybe we should pull it out of here. Yeah, let's pull it out of here. 2 and there we go. What were we doing over here? Did I build it? I always forget. Oh, I did do it. It did do it. Whoa, what? So the price was this. And the bid ask was not even close. Hold on a second. Oh, wait. You know what we need to do also on that one?
IDK says liquidity cloud and absorption at 131.125 and around in ZN. IDK says a lot of passive sellers at the 10th top.
$12.5? Yeah. Well, I don't know, dude. Like, I think that there was people were totally looking to buy it up and through here. And then that news came out. And I think that the buyers tried to hold it. Like, I think that buyers sat down and said, we're okay. We're okay. And then when they started hitting into '09, then it was just like puking. Yeah, total puking. Now, how far down they can go, I don't know. Like that '03 half, 26 area in ZB. 26 in ZB, '03 half in the 10-year looks like one particular spot, though. This thing right here. Okay. It's only one volume. But it would not end up being inserted. Error calling on bar update on bar 4. Sequence contains no elements.
IDK says 131.055 is the 13th maximum.
Is it this line right here that's doing it? What do you mean by I've never heard that term before? The 13th maximum? Is that like the count? What is his name? Is that like a DeMarc countdown number? Hold up. On bar 4, sequence contains no elements. So why would that happen? That shouldn't happen. Okay, so wait a second. No. I left out the little bit that actually draws the line. Did you hear the compiling complete uninterrupted by it? Okay, that still doesn't fix it. I wonder if you ever get one of those that's more than just an order or two. An 8. It actually happens fairly often, but it appears to not be the problem. But I'm definitely got something wrong going on here because I will get to spots where the on bar update happens and it says that there's nothing in there.
IDK says, what do you think about funding companies like TopStepTrader or Earn2Trade?
I think that unless you're really, really awesome, you're wasting your money. So if you're relatively new, you're probably better off. I mean, you're not going to pass it straight up. And if you do pass it, you're probably taking on too much risk. So I would, so then what will happen is you'll get funded and then you'll blow up your account after you're funded. And I see that a lot, actually. There's a lot of people out there showing that they're funded, but then they lose the account. And the reason is because the parameters of the combine encourage them to take on too much risk. So, yeah, you have to be like really super amazing and you have to know, okay, this is what they can get, what I have to do to pass the combine, and then this is what I'm going to actually do once they fund me, and so on and so forth. And if you were that good, probably you wouldn't need the combine, right? So it's kind of like, if you're new, you're probably better off just opening up an account with AMP futures and trading at sim, or trading micro ES. You know, like put together $500 and you can trade micro ES pretty comfortably. Yeah, I think they're great companies, but right now I don't think that the product that they offer is worth a whole lot to us, like retail traders. What was I doing? Oh yes. Okay, so if else if else. That still doesn't really make sense to me. The bid? No, the price 163, 12 and a half. I'm still really confused. we gotta do this out. Instrument dot master instrument dot format price. Oh man, IDK, you didn't really respond to what I said there about the combine. I hope that I didn't disappoint you. Hope I didn't disappoint you there. Double price. E dot bid is, what is that? Bid is a double. Instrument, master instrument, format price. It says
IDK says Top Step Trader has 2 evaluations, earn 2 trade is easier, it has only 1 and is to reach the target without hitting the max DD.
Yes. I've been told by some people, I can't verify for myself, but I've been told by more than one person that claims to be funded that once you are evaluated, that you're not trading a live account, that if you make money on that account, they still pay you, but it's not a live account. Like you put the orders in, they don't see them hit the market. But it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, the earn to trade one is easier, but you're still taking such an aggressive profit target that you're likely to blow out after you are funded. I mean, I there are other YouTube channels. I've seen guys. There was this post on Reddit the other day, where I made a recommendation to somebody that they should just stop doing the combines. And this guy, he had been funded like 4 times. Can you believe that?
IDK says yes, that's true.
It's just crazy how many people out there have. Okay, is it saying that there's no bid? E dot. Oh, it needs to be a capital B. Clear that. 11, 12, 13. Oh, we don't need that for the volume. Still. Some funky things going on in here. If E dot price is greater than or equal to ask. Else, if E dot price is less than or equal to the bid. Is that wrong? Okay, so price is this middle one. Is the price greater than or equal to the ask? It is. This line should be called. Am I getting my if else logic wrong? I think I'm confusing myself with something that doesn't matter, but then we get down into this bar 4, and this we need to debug. Oh man, the equities really came back up there, 33.70. Anyways, I don't know, IDK, if you're thinking about taking a combine. I mean, if you've never done it before, then I would say why the heck not? But I wouldn't take it more than once. Let's put it that way. Do it once. Oh, you know what? I have to redo it. Debug mode. Oh, that's dumb. That's a dumb error set. Okay.
IDK says I have been profitable in demo for a bunch. I think it could be fine to start in a live or kinda live account.
How long is a bunch?
IDK says I'll give a try, 3 months or so.
Yeah, I mean, 3 months is not bad. So I mean,
IDK says well, not a lot but already 7 months or so.
if you've been profitable for 7 months, that's pretty good. It would kind of depend a little bit on some of the underlying. So for instance, what's your maximum drawdown? What's your win rate? What's your profit factor? That sort of a thing. I would, before I sit down and I'm like, oh yeah, I think you stand a really good chance of passing in. It's a really good option for you. You know, obviously I can't give a recommendation like that for starters. That's something that you have to determine for yourself. But the things that I would be looking at to determine for yourself if it's appropriate or not are some of your stats, right? So like you would need to have a drawdown that is less than the maximum allowed drawdown of the combine. You would want to have a decent profit factor. But again, like the thing that is annoying about it is that profit target is up there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that are trading really good, consistent strategies, it would take them like several months to hit that level with the amount of risk that they give you. So that's kind of where it comes down. Oh,
Connection lost.
Ninja Trader's gonna complain here.
IDK says I think I can pass the account. My stops aren't too big and I have around 60% winners.
60% winners. So are you taking, what is your average winner compared to your average loser? How many ticks do you win on your average winner and how many ticks do you lose on your average loser? Okay. So I'm wondering, It won't go back that far. So this wasn't that. This statement right here was not causing an error before because it would only get done at the end of the bar. But if it gets hit like at the first bar, then it's a problem. So I need to add this check.
Sebastian Marquez says 2 minutes.
To the E-mini open. The open today, I think, is going to be interesting, don't you think? Look at that. Okay. There's still discrepancies, though. But I don't think that I think that my if else if logic there is not right. What am I misunderstanding here? If else C sharp. Okay, E-mini starting out positive. Ooh, good buying on the open, in fact. Really good buying on the open.
Masiak says thank you grinning face with big eyes.
Right? Wow. So you were long on that one, eh? A. Uh, uh, uh. No, I see what's going on. So there's a situation where there's a gap in between the bid and the ask?
IDK says my average stop is -6 tick and my average profit is 9.
That's interesting. Oh, but I remember Ninja Trader I remember Jigsaw talks about this. There is a situation where there's a gap, and when an order hits in between those, you can't know whether it was hitting a bid or an ask. So you don't know what kind of an order that one was. Okay. But it should still add it in. Shouldn't matter. This is
IDK
neutral
says in the
volume.
ZN is less, my stops are 2 or 3 ticks and the profit 3, 4 or a little bit more.
So you're doing 1.5. And that should be good. Now, if you're doing that and you're hitting 60%, if you're doing that and you're hitting 60% winners, I want to know what you're doing. Especially in the 10-year. I don't know. Maybe if I was only going for 3 or 4, I might hit 60%. In fact, well, but I was kind of trying that for a while, and I don't know, I was hitting more like 50%. It was like I would hit like 70% for a while, and then I would have a huge drawdown.
Uzi Knesset says well damn it.
Well, damn it, Uzi. Look, it went all the way down to 26. The 30-year is still getting killed, man. I wonder the ZB getting hit so hard today makes me wonder if this huge move up in treasuries that we've been having over the past few weeks is deflating. Because that is just weird that it come back so quickly. You know? You know? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this bit right here.
Uzi Knesset says wake up to crappy range-bound market near the high, stop paying attention, market sells off, want to sell, too far out of risk parameters, shit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I came in and I was like, I don't feel very good. And could we have shorted this? Yeah. I don't know if I would have taken the short if I was really actively trying to trade it. I suppose that my indicator suggested that I should. But that's still a work in progress. Not my indicator, but this other strategy that I'm looking at suggests that we should have, but I'm working on it. If my profile on data account is 0, greater than 0. Oh, that's that bit. Oh, you know what's happening here. I know what's
Uzi Knesset says absolutely could have shorted it but man, a comeback on it woulda sucked. I try to minimize that. I had a wooick opportunity like 45 minutes ago but head was in the clouds.
I think I know what's wrong. I think I know what's wrong. I'm resetting the profile every time. That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Masiak says I am out better small spawn eat. IDK says I was long CL from 51.23 and I closed in 51.39. Now is 51.62. Fuck.
Really? Get rid of this thing. Well, the E-mini's still moving around a lot. Like, they made that huge push up, and now they've come back to the open. I don't know if they're going to bounce up and make another new high or what, but it looks incredibly active. The volume on the open is very strong, and that suggests to me that we could just have trend up in the E-mini. When you see strong volume right on the open like that, it's usually a good indication that we're going to have an up day. But at the moment, they're thinking about pushing it. I may have to print things out. So does this current bar is a 0 less than or equal to 0? Is that necessary? Oh, no, wait. This should only happen on the first tick of the bar. That's what that is. I almost slid myself down another wild goose chase. Da, 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 da. Freaking finally. Geez, Seth. So all that time, that's what the bug was. Was I changed it to update on every tick instead of only at the end of the bar. And oh my gosh. But I think that I made my, with all this, I made it a little bit more efficient. Like it's going to use less memory because there's less data in it. And I'm not using this funky thing right here, which is expensive. Even though you only do it once per bar. Now I'm wondering, do you need this right here? Still at opening range high, E-mini pushing up again. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that one's wrong.
Rick
But it's
D
close.
says here's 03.
I think I discovered it. I think I discovered a bug in
Rick
NinjaTrader.
D says in ZN.
I think I discovered a bug in NinjaTrader, guys. That one right there. See how they're really close? I think that one is happening because the bid ask like gapped down there, and you couldn't see, it didn't know that volume went through there. And if it can't determine whether it's bid or ask, I think it's ignoring it. So I think I've found a discrepancy in NinjaTrader. That's funny. In fact, let's prove it. Let's prove it. We will prove it. We will prove this correct. The assumption. Okay, so let's just remember this is what we got, right? Oh, let's leave that one. Okay. So now we're not adding the neutral volume. Which one bar? Okay, it was the 320 bar right here. Oh, this one, it still says the down. So that might be more a discrepancy between tick replay and whatever method they use to do volume profile. Okay. Well, whatever. I think that this should be good to go. And we'll get the last bar too, right? Cool. So we can get rid of this. Turn off debug mode. Disable debug mode, yes. Build that. I'm thinking here. These.
Rick D says I guess ZN wants 130-31.
That one does have tick replay on. Why does it have tick replay on? Oh, because I'm using cumulative delta. Hmm. I wish there was a way to say for tick replay, only do the last day's worth of tick replay. You know what I mean? Like, so that if I refresh the chart, it doesn't have to do the whole thing. It just does the current day. Because I think that almost all of these tick replay indicators reset at the day, you know? So there's no reason to be running tick replay over, I have 35 days on this chart. There's no reason to do that. Maybe there is a way to do that. Oh yeah, let's shut down Visual Studio. Okay. This back over here. Well, it'll just take a while for those two charts to load, but I think we'll be okay. E-mini getting up there. Although the delta is coming back out. That it shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. I don't think, though, that seeing that means that we're going to turn down. No, what's wrong with this one? Oh, it's not running on the correct time frame. Okay, cool. Okay, so I see two point of controls equal to each other. Says don't touch it. I guess the N wants 131.031. Oh, 130.31. The low of the day. Maybe. Did I think that this one got reset here, so I can't tell how close these are. I really wish. Well, why wish, Seth? You could change it. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here watching. I'm all in like, let's change things mode. No, we're just gonna reset this. I was thinking like, well, I could make my picture smaller and then make all of the DOMs a little bit taller. I really don't think that's necessary though. But then on that hand, why don't I could do this. Look. You only need to see this much of me. But then it just looks weird. Okay, so there's the E-mini. Even though there's quite a bit of negative delta coming in, they're pushing the highs. So it looks like there's a couple of shorts now in the micro, or in the ES rather, ready to get blown through. Positive on the hour. Where do we got to get positive on the day? 33.78.25.
Masiak says I think they want to push to the gap on S.
Yeah, that could be. Well, I think, yeah, I don't know. Like the thing is that gap between 78 and 86, a pretty good gap. But this 78.75. So let's see where it is. 78.75. Oh, there's actually not a lot of. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know. So 78.75 is like a point of control of sorts that I think might be really likely. Well, I'm feeling a little bit better, and now that we've been having some action, I suppose I could take a trade if I want to, but I'm still kind of like, Opening range low was 33.72. The treasuries have pulled back significantly there. There was definitely a reversal of sorts. Let's get into this a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. When they hit '07 and they were trading down in through there was a lot of pulling on that bid. Pulling. It's kind of every time that I see the pulling, it kind of slows down. Now that's funny. But now I'm seeing pulling on the offer. Hmm. I'm a little skeptical of this move, guys. In the treasury. Bidding back up. Now I'm still in like let's program in fixings mode. Because I'm noticing, oh, I only get the bull bear zone high. Why is that? Yeah, let's go and look at that. Now that I've mentioned it, now I feel like we got to. It's going to be in export levels. Bull bear zone low is the bull bear L of 0.
IDK says shorted S from 3,375.25.
Oh, it is down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Wait, why? How is that?
IDK says it's not looking great.
It's not looking great. From your short at 75.25. Yeah, well. Oh, so you must have been short from a long time ago, huh? Yeah, I've never taken a trade in that kind of time frame, so I wouldn't have any idea how to what are some of the things to do to manage that trade better, but I don't think that I would want to be me, you could be swinging that too. If I was swinging it, would I still want to be short? Yeah, but if I was swinging, I don't think that I would want to be just like outright short on a swing. So, if it was a scalp, then I think maybe you want to get it out before the E-mini open or something like that. No, I want YM wants to touch the 400s again.
RJ Wheels says YM wants to go touch the 400s again. RJ Wheels says but the bears are reinforcing.
Well, I think maybe it's correct. I think that what I'm looking at there, the bull bear zone is actually right, but it doesn't like the times that I have set up on my chart probably. Because why? How does 29 end up being the bull bear zone low? It should be 31 half. 12 half. Should be like somewhere around 05 half. I think that it should be from like here to here.
Masiak says I play only scalp.
I mean, if you are short from 33.75.25, then you've been holding it for several hours and it is not a scalp, dude. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, it was a different person saying that. I got you. Okay. I don't know. Sorry.
Masiak says grinning face with big eyes.
I'm just telling you. So here, let me just excuse myself again today. Okay. I have ulcerative colitis and I haven't had my medication for almost a week now that calms down the inflammation in my colon. Because I've been trying to work through with my insurance so that I don't have to pay $1,000 a month. I have done so, and the medication is in the mail. Good. Okay. But I still am kind of inflamed from that. Two, I didn't go to bed like super late, but it was later than I would normally like. It was like I like to be in bed by 10 and I got in bed by 11. And then the baby woke up in the middle of the night and was really loud. He was really upset over something that happened. Well, my wife changed his diaper at that time, but he was just so mad. And then, not the best food. So I had like a toaster strudel and a hash brown patty and some yogurt. So not the best fueled up either.
RJ Wheels says Bernie mad?
No. How would I describe it? I don't know, man. He just it's kind of weird. He doesn't really have an in-between cry. Like he has the I'm hungry cry, which is just kind of like, just kind of like struggle sounds to try and get the nipple or something. But then when he cries, he's just wee, wee. Breakfast of Champions.
Rick D says Breakfast of Champions for someone with UCL face with tongue.
Yeah, well, I would have liked to have had some eggs, but I didn't have time to cook eggs. Like, even now, just sitting here talking to you, like, it's not, like, actively bothering me, but, like, when I focus on it, I'm like, yeah, my head kind of hurts. Like, it's just really killing me today. And then the best part is I took last week off because newborn baby. Gonna go back to work this week so that I can save some of my so that I can save my paternity leave for when my wife has to go back to work in May. So get to work today. Yay. But that's why I came in and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take any trades. And add on top of that I really everything that I was looking at was saying probably wouldn't have a super great opportunity in the treasuries today. Well, I mean, I think that I still made a good decision, but obviously missed some opportunity. But that's okay. There's always another day, right? We're not in the right mode to trade. Then we can just kind of analyze or work on other things, and that's okay. Okay, so there is some good liquidity stacking here at 0404 half. Housing market index 74 versus an expected 75. We have bill auctions today. 90 minutes. I don't know. Well, but I think we can I wanted to show you guys some other stuff. Shall we? Some fun stuff. Bernie mad, come on. The thing that's funny is that Bernie doesn't get mad. You know what I mean? Like Bernie Sanders being mad at something is kind of laughable. Like if I was Bernie's kid, and he doesn't have kids, does he? But he doesn't have kids, right? Let's look. Bernie Sanders. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't, but I guess. Let's see his Wikipedia. He is married though, right?
RJ Wheels says I think he does.
Oh, he has 4 children. Tisk tisk, Bernie. You're not helping the overpopulation. 4.
RJ Wheels says has stepkids for sure.
Mm. Says 4 including Levi and Karina. She is stepdaughter of U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders. It's funny. Have you noticed, like, okay, let's see, where is she? Yeah, this is her. So they've been married since 1988. That's his wife. Never hear about her, see her at all. The Democrats don't highlight her at all. And kind of weird, don't you think? Mm-mm-mm-mm. But anyways, Bernie Sanders doesn't get mad. Bernie Sanders lets people like come up and grab the mic right out of his hands. Actually, he did put up a little bit of a fight last time, but he's kind of like, no, defeated. He doesn't get mad. Some of his supporters get mad, though. Some of his supporters kind of scare me. Like, I think that they would put me in a gulag if they could. Anyways. Big side tangent. Wanted to show you this freaking awesome TikTok. This one right here. Yes, this is it. Here, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I have to bring this down. Here, wait, what is the link? Here, I'll give you guys the link for it too. This TikTok is freaking hilarious. This is possibly the best video
Speculator Seth says
on TikTok. I'm talking it up way too much.
Oh, can you make sure that you get a copy of that memo to my assistant? Her name is Cece. Oh, sure. I'll CC Cece. Oh, and make sure you copy your own assistant, BB. Yeah, I can CC BB too. Okay, problem is I don't want CC to know that BB's getting the memo. Oh, no problem. I'll send CC a CC, and I'll send BB a BCC. But CC will be able to see the CC, won't she? No. CCs can only see CCs. CCs can't see BCCs. BCCs can see CCs, though. So CC won't see BB's BCC? Right. I see. So what's the memo about? Oh, it's about the company movie night. Oh, great. What are we seeing? Saw. Oh, good. I've seen Saw. I've never seen Saw. I'm not sure if BB has seen Saw. What about Cece? Yes, I think Cece saw Saw. Okay, so when I CC Cece, I can see if she has seen Saw. Super. Oh, can you make sure that you get a copy of that memo?
How many takes do you think that it took for him to do that? There's no way. I think CC has seen Saw. It would have taken him. I would have probably had to redo that like 20 times before I would be happy with it. Oh my gosh. Possibly the best TikTok. Possibly. It's pretty good. It's almost as good as that picture where Mike Rose and a micro Rose.
IDK
Oh my
says
gosh.
+1 ticks on S.
Okay, so he took it off. Yeah, they came back down pretty good. I would rather... Oh, 11 ticks isn't bad. Wondering what they're doing here. Kind of looking at it. Oh,
Masiak says IDK nice.
I know what's wrong. I know why I'm so confused by my ES chart. There we go. I was using 1 minute bar instead of 5 minute bar. Now I can see that we have developed a range and it's kind of ugly. Yes. I haven't seen any of the kind of patterns that I would really be interested in trading. Maybe this reversal in ZP. So I can also understand now why that we're seeing while we are in ZB. Interestingly enough, though, we traded a lot more volume at 163 even, which you'd always expect to see. So that's not a setup either. I think that we missed the move, and there's just not much setup anymore. Oh, what a move it was. It's interesting how it's just like since the open, that whole hour was just down, 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 down. If we had taken a short anywhere in there, I hope that if I had taken a trade, it would have been a short. Then yeah, we would have made money, but whatever. I don't know if I necessarily saw anything in particular that would have really made me want to take a short. Other than this thing right here. And did we see anything weird in the volume? I don't think I did. Maybe this 6K at 10 failing, and then when we hit into 09, that was when it was kind of like, okay, falling apart. Okay, well, the E-mini's got a decent number of shorts that if they really do decide to try and push this up, they could cause some chaos. But the 10-year is showing some odd iceberging here. 5.5. Oh my gosh, guys. That's how sleepy I am. I hope I'm not making you sleepy. Did Bitcoin react to any of that? They're trying to recover 10K. I wonder here in my volume profile chart. Oh yes, it did. 2 and 10 steepened significantly. Hmm. Hmm. When I look at this spread in ZB, it's just kind of like just okay. Which is kind of weird. Oh, wait. ZB. No. let's make sure that we got the right. I think it's supposed to be 5-2, but let's see. 5-2. Yeah. Huh. It definitely moved, but it didn't move outside of its range. Let's make sure that I've got the right ratio. CME exchange traded spread. Right here. Oh, here we go. They have a little chart now. Ten-year versus T-bond is 5-2. Wonder if you can query that now. That would be nice.
Masiak says I still see up move on S.
Yeah, I mean the delta's there to do it. I'm leaning towards agreeing with you, Masick.
RJ Wheels says me too on YM.
I don't know if 73 is really a great price to be taking it from and all that, but I do think that ultimately all of these guys that have gone short, what appears to me to have gone short, are going to get squeezed as they move up to the 33, 76, 77 area to reach yesterday's point of control. That's weird. Hmm. I'll take some pictures here for Discord here. Actually, let's get rid of this one. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. The ZB definitely came down more. Oh, but that means that it would not steepen as much, right? It did steepen, but not as much as this side of the curve. So that's really interesting. I think the better trade would be to do it on the 2 and 10 though, right? If you were going to take a spread. And the 2 and 10 reversing. But they're kind of only possibly turning around. Today's information doesn't necessarily invalidate everything else. In fact, when you think about it, it kind of makes me wonder, like, does it really make sense for them to be moving as much as they are right now? I can't make my mind on whether equities are set to correct or curve to steepen next days, but it must resolve. Okay. Okay. Hmm. 05, 07 half. Oh, the treasuries are gonna retrace this whole thing? Not the whole thing. Well, it was 09, right? Was where they fell from. I guess if we say that all of this move down was people puking, then a move back to 09 half is not unreasonable. Although I'd say they took a little bit too much volume on the longs there, those last few ticks. E-mini is still just kind of like tight range, really messy. It's not something that I think we should mess with. Yeah, the E-mini is really messy. They're really messy right now. Treasury's showing good trend up though. In fact, this trend up has been a little bit cleaner than the trend down was. Cleaner, like there wasn't as many pullbacks and everything on this move up as there was on the move down. Didn't have more than 3 ticks adverse excursion the way back up. And equities, lots of short selling on equities still. Hmm. Hmm. Raymond James says Chernobyl-like response by China means worst is yet to come for coronavirus. How do you know that? That isn't an interesting data point, but it doesn't tell you anything. Hmm. Yep, Donald Trump tweeted something. Judge Jackson now has a request for a new trial based on the unambiguous and self-outed bias of the foreperson of the jury, who's also a lawyer, by the way. Madam Foreperson, you're a lawyer. You have a duty, an affirmative obligation to reveal to us when we selected you. The ... I don't see. That was weird. His tweets are coming out of order. Selected you. I have seen some of the regulations being circulated, including those being contemplated by Congress, and they are ridiculous. I want to make it easy to do business in the United States, not difficult. Everyone in my administration is being so instructed with no excuses. The United States is open for business. Federal Judges Association plans emergency meeting in wake of Roger Stone's sentencing reversal. Oh wait, they reversed it, huh? They like, I have to say, based on what happened in that, they're doing the right thing. I thought that Roger Stone was not given a fair trial. I think that the sentencing recommendation that the prosecutors gave was ridiculous. It's a process crime. I just can't imagine you're going to 10 years for a process crime, whether or not you like Roger Stone. But then Donald Trump tweeting about it did not help, did it? Hit big or miss big. I'm hearing we should get some movement. Everybody so set on long bonds. I don't know. I have to say that today's action does kind of change my view on bonds. Like, before it was like, well, I don't know why they're moving up, but they're moving up. And I wouldn't fight it. Now I'm seeing chinks in the armor, Now I'm seeing like, okay, there might be some real money to be made in going short.
Masiak says 374 was hold on S for now.
Okay. Well, the ES is going on pushing the short side now, finally. They actually have pushed the hour negative now. Everything is negative on the Treasury.
RJ Wheels says bears have the ball on indexes.
Yeah. That move, if it wasn't like 830, could be a potential short for me. I think I would like to see it in a better risk reward position, but that sure looks like a short to me. Similarly, if the if the 30-year gets above 08, we could potentially take that long as well. Oh, World Health Organization holds press conference on coronavirus outbreak. Is that why they're moving down? This just looks a little. I don't know. Seems a little too convenient. Yes. I definitely wouldn't be buying it, but we've definitely seen this thing more than once where we'll get like 2 bars that are negative and then it reverses and it goes green again.
J. Constance says Bitcoin pushing.
Did I pushing after I just pushed? Nah. I mean, they're trying to make it back to 10K, but I really don't understand how you see that and think that it's significant in Bitcoin. Okay. So the E-mini just took a dive. Hit big or miss big was saying, I'm hearing we should get some movement. So how did he know that?
J. Constance says the halving is around the corner.
Yeah, the halving doesn't matter. So here's the problem that I mean, obviously when you look at the Bitcoin world, whatever it is, whatever the big event that they're looking forward to is always nonsense. And I don't mean nonsense like it doesn't affect it, that it doesn't affect Bitcoin. I mean, obviously it does, but they look at it as an event, and it's not an event. The halving is not an event. It's like at that one particular point, okay, the supply of Bitcoin is changed. Okay, that is bullish for Bitcoin, but it's not like all of the sudden the supply halves. It's a thing day by day by day. And to see the rewards of that, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time for that change in the supply and demand to actually do something in Bitcoin. So I don't get this idea that like, oh, we should buy it because the halving is so great. And like, you're already overbought. Like you're getting to the halving and you're already overbought. They're going to have to come back. Normally when we have a halving, they're at like all-time low in value and stuff. Like nobody cares about it. Now they're already buying it up when the halving happens. It's just like, come on. Okay. Donald Trump tweeting again. You have to reveal to us when we selected you, the existence of these tweets in which you were so harshly negative about the president and the people who support him. Don't you think we wanted to know that before we put you on this journey? Pretty obviously, he should get a new trial. I think almost any judge in the country would order a new trial. I'm not so sure about Judge Jackson. I don't know. Donald Trump quoting Andrew Napolitano. Gold. Something happened.
J. Constance says okay, but retail FOMO starts soon. I hear people whisper in corners about BTC again. Hee hee.
If the retail FOMO comes in, they're going to get slaughtered. We are so overbought. Well, we're not so overbought. One more up move in Bitcoin, and you are at crash imminent. Literally crash imminent.
Lucas says that's when you get out.
Yep. And I am not convinced that if Bitcoin regains 10,000, 12,000, that all of a sudden all of the regular people out there are going to be like, oh, now is the time that I want to buy Bitcoin. Like after the last 2 years, I didn't care. But now that it's all, pretty much almost back to where it was when the crash was happening. When it was in like the beginning of 2018. Now I want to buy it. It's just, that makes no sense at all. Like, how many times now we've hit into 10K? Like 3 times? And all of a sudden there's going to be this rush of people coming in for what? So that they can get stuck when the blockchain can't move them around? Weren't we supposed to have Lightning Network by now? What happened to that?
Rick D says surprised no one is talking about gold. With treasuries rising seems deflationary to me.
I watch the gold, but it's not really my thing. They have been moving, haven't they? Let's I mean, they've been moving up, right? They've been moving up.
Lucas
They're
says
up pretty well
thinks
today.
he learned a lot about the markets by trading BTC. Can you believe that? I had to hide my laughing. Jay Constant says I hear a lot of people say Bitcoin going to 50 or even 200K in 2020-21 haha. Rick D says now.
50 or 200K. I mean, where do you get this bullshit, dude? No offense. I don't know if Jay Constant has ever come in here and been like, things don't look so good for Bitcoin today. Just saying. My question is this.
Bots says waving hand.
Hey, John, how are you? Did you take any of this action today? I just sat out through all of it. But I don't know what just happened there in the markets. That was kind of crazy. Might have just been some sort of a stop run, but U.S. sanctions Russia's Rosneft over Venezuela ties. UN Secretary General, coronavirus poses enormous risks but is not out of control. I don't know, man. Anyways, I was ranting about Bitcoin, wasn't I? What is it that you sit down and you look at and you say Bitcoin should be worth X? How do you do that? I have a way of doing that. My way of doing that, which has been historically accurate, says that you get to 12K and then Bitcoin's going to crash. In fact, it says that it would not be unreasonable for Bitcoin to crash right here.
YouTubers who are bullish on BTC always show the long-term BTC chart and it's not broken yet, and if it holds BTC at least going
Who cares?
to 50K.
Sorry, if there's like a price level or a trend line and they're like, Bitcoin should be able to hold this price line, it doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. If there are more sellers than there are buyers, it's going to come down. And guess what? Almost all of the people that want to be involved in Bitcoin are already long. Where are these new people that are going to come in? All of these people that got burned in 2017. Are they going to come back? I don't think so. All of the boomers that decided that they weren't going to get involved in it,
long X1 always.
that didn't want to get long in 2017, and maybe now they're like, okay, well, this time. This is like what, the third run since 2017 that has, and all of the other ones fizzled out. What makes you think that this one is different? Because of a trend line? That doesn't. I mean, the whole idea behind technical analysis is that people tend to follow predictable patterns, and they just don't. And even if you want to say that they do, there's still a % chance about them not doing it. You know what I mean? There's always an element of randomness to it. Whereas when you look at fundamentals are something that, eventually, in the short term, you can ignore fundamentals in the short term. But over a longer time frame of, weeks and months, fundamentals always win out because people are forced to buy and sell based on what the market is doing. There are miners that are going to have to sell. There are all of these sorts of things. Anyways, I think that in order for the decreased supply to really affect Bitcoin, let's see. So I need to come back here and look at a chart.
Jay Constant says I am attached to my precious Satoshis.
I would say so. When was the last halving dates? When was the last halving? This last happened in 2016.
Live Action says in technical analysis I always keep in mind it will not perform as expected, but high probability there will be a reaction of some sort, and that is enough.
Yeah, well, that can be. So here was 2016, July 2016. Do you see how people were buying into it for the halving and then they got
Jay
out?
Constant says 1 Satoshi will be 3.12 cents in 2021.
So that will have to come back down. Now, what could happen, though, is that we could see the bottom end start to move up a little bit. Notice how recent, at least in the most recent...
Luis Alarid says I believe that the month chart of BTC will mimic the great move of the tech market QQQ. BTC will go much, much higher.
On here, you can see where they've built up a little bit of use, but to do so, they had to pump it up all the way. Now they're back to a level where, again, it's like, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous level. 200 is like, they can't hold that. And where is that? That's up at like 1200. So what are the chances that they fail to break last year's high?
Jay Constant says the Dow is taking a
And
dump.
take a dump, Yeah. Well, the Dow took a dump. They're still range bound. In fact, I'm seeing some price action that suggests that they could revert. They could move back a little bit. Got a little spit or something on the screen. Anyways, there's the halving. Because when you look at that, you can see it takes a good 6 months for it to really even affect the value. Do you see that?
Jay Constant says don't eat bat. Will Corona trigger the next recession?
Probably not. I mean, here's the thing. In order to trigger a recession, you have to have 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. I'm not sure that even with the coronavirus, that growth in China will be negative. It won't be nearly as good as it has been, but I don't think that it will even actually be negative. And is this an impact that's going to last for 2 quarters? Because you're going to get this quarter. Let's just say that this quarter is negative. Is April through July going to be negative as well? Is it coronavirus going to continue to be a headline for 6 months? Probably not. So overall, I just see a lot of, oh, the world's falling apart. And then,
Jay Constance says, I am Dutch, by the way. Will the dollar versus euro go 1-to-1?
Now that one I don't know. I don't follow the euro well enough. But where is it? Where is she? They've been moving. I mean, they took a pretty big dive today. It's been pretty steady decline. It sure does look like that people are fleeing Europe and coming over to the United States. So I don't know what the chances are of it happening, but it sure is starting to look likely. It'd be interesting,
Jay
right?
Constance says then there will be more American tourists here.
I don't remember when in Europe it was like 1.6 to $1, right? If it goes the other way, I wonder how that affects Germany. Anyways, going back to the risk trade. I just have to say, like, it's been risk off for a few weeks, but it's kind of been a really choppy trade. And what I see today in treasuries, the way that they came back down, doesn't give me a lot of confidence.
Says, I remember when €1 was $1.25.
No. Now, was it like $1.60 at one point, right? Not even just a few years ago. I don't really remember. I don't follow the euro that well. Anyways, I'm not really confident about the long trade in treasuries holding. Like, I'm not like I feel like I should be going short here. But just today really shakes my confidence in that trade.
Says, I remember when a supermodel wanted to be paid in euros versus the dollar.
That's funny. That's funny. I think that it might be time to increase the volume in Bitcoin. 100 volume. How about 500 volume? Yes.
Jay Constance says the pound ain't doing very well after Brexit either.
Another thing.
Wheels says Saddam wanted euros. That didn't work out so good.
Another thing that I would be cautious about in Bitcoin is if we do have another move up and it's not very strong. Say we get to like 10,300 and it's on weak volume, and then it starts pushing back down to 9,500 and it accelerates. You know, I mean, it came down fairly fast when it came to 9,500, but let's say that it really falls apart. I would look out. So somebody's bailing. And just the cumulative delta kind of could turn around. But it looks like at the moment a pullback. So like that could be a pull, like we're at an inflection point. If the treasuries, if
Jay Constance says BTC is now around the 0.236 fib retrace. The
I don't care about fibs.
0.3821 is around 9K, then the 0.5 is around 8,500 and the golden 0.618 is around 8K. This is normal for a longer sustained uptrend.
No. Anyways, if the treasuries really do turn around here, and I would say that's highly speculative, okay? But we're seeing some chinks in the armor, so if the treasury trade deflates, then I think that Bitcoin will as well. And the problem that we have is, like I said, normally you would see a little bit of a rise into the halving, and then it would come back a little bit, and then the actual decrease in supply, or the decrease in new coins, it starts to end up changing the aggregate supply and demand in the coin, and then we start to move up, and then momentum comes in and takes charge again, right? That's what normally happens. But because we're already so high, after the halving, when they take the profits off of that, it could lead to a greater collapse. That's the further out. If they just cool their jets for a while, for a couple of months, then maybe they can just hold this, go sideways, and then eventually move higher when the actual supply and demand has changed. But what you're seeing right now is speculation, and those people, would not take a whole lot to just cause a cascade of selling. And treasuries, this whole risk-off trade that appears to be showing some chinks in the armor today, could be the catalyst for that in Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, I'm getting somebody on Discord claiming that that's the name BitMEX. Oh, you won some money. Okay. Obvious scam. Obvious scam. Oh, 09 stack. Okay. Now, on the other hand, the E-mini has come back to where it, initially took that dive. I don't know what caused that dive. There was quite a bit of, stuff.
Jay Constant says BTC looks like
Maybe
it's
the
gonna
sanctions against Rosneft. I don't see the thing in Bitcoin that's like triggering the dump yet. I just see the imbalance. and the situation where it wouldn't take a lot. What was Gary Norton saying today? Many new traders struggle to trade around data, so here's a quick guide to trading in today's markets. If data is strong, equals good for equities, because economic growth will deliver better profits. If data is weak, good for stocks, because it means there will be more stimulus. Simple. It was Gary. It's funny. It must have been that move down must have been the Rosneft sanctions. If it was, then no, that's not. I don't even know who that is, so I'm not surprised it retraced. Pretty good up trend here though. So let's see what this bar does. This bar seems to be suggesting to me some continuation. Big old bit at 09 would it pulled. It was really big. I'm just like sitting here thinking like I kind of want to see that '09, but I just went on a big rant about Bitcoin, and well, that got me going. I gotta tell you, it just hasn't been my best day. I'm glad that I didn't trade it. I think that I would have made some bad mistakes. Like somehow I would have convinced myself to reverse, or probably what would have happened is I would have rode that whole up move back up to '09 half, you know. So it's good that I didn't do that. Anyways, thank you guys for putting up with me today. Maybe tomorrow should be an interesting day. We get some. I think we do have a little bit of news tomorrow, right? The 19th, Wednesday, the 19th, building permits core PPI. Yes. And the FOMC meeting minutes. So tomorrow should be interesting. Okay. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you all for. Oh, you know what? There was a couple of other things that you guys said, but I didn't miss it. I don't understand why traders fool around with Bitcoin or penny stocks when you can double your account on any major traded future in a day or close to it. Yeah. Well, I just, the thing that drives me nuts about Bitcoin is that market is clearly not as mature, you know? It's just clearly not as mature of a market. It's not as sophisticated. The majority of the people that are there, you got two groups of people. You got clueless retail investors, and you've got whales that can move it anywhere that they want. And even those whales are not necessarily super sophisticated. So I don't like that about it. Anyways, I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button and go ahead. Don't be shy. I know it wasn't an awesome day, but you can still click it. And thank you for those of you guys that did. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay profitable, friends.